Welcome to CAB Radio 2.0. Here are your hosts, Chris Perkins, Mark Cummins, and Jeff Giles.
All right, moving on to our next guest, Julie Borowski. Julie, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Good, real good.
Good to finally get you on.
Yeah, good to be on.
It's a little later than I expected. Our to talk with our first guest.
Oh, it's all right.
All right. So anyway, I guess we can just jump right into this, seeing how I'm a little late connecting to you. We were actually talking about Bitcoin. We didn't get into it, Bitcoin, or I should say cryptocurrencies. Something I'm kind of curious on, because of course you're a libertarian. So
yeah,
I kind of wanted to know what your stance on cryptocurrencies was.
Sure. I mean, I think they're good. I'm not an expert on it, though. I can talk about it if you want.
Feel free. We have trying to find.
Sorry, I just got back. I had to get some coffee.
It's okay, guys.
Hi, Julie. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Have you been listening to all what we were just talking about?
I think she caught the end of it.
No, I wasn't listening. Yeah, I just got the kind of end of it.
Oh dear, we were talking about the whole debate between anarchism and a small limited government.
Oh, of course you were.
Of course we were. Yes. It always somehow comes back to that. Yes. Oh dear. So yeah, and I believe I know where you stand. I believe you are with limited government. Right.
I don't really know where I'm actually at. I guess ideally I would like to see a anarcho-capitalist society and see how it works out, but I just don't think it's possible in the near future.
Okay, fair enough. Same. So how do we get there responsibly? Like, how do we actually? I mean, because obviously Ron Paul's approach would be ideal. We would. It's kind of like we're addicted to government, so we have to wean ourselves off, and that would be safe. But how do we actually get past the? Because clearly there was corruption, and clearly votes were being suppressed, and that was an unfair election. So how do we confront that?
Yeah, I think that's the main question that I have is how do we get there, and hopefully we can get there peacefully.
Right.
I know some people are calling for violent revolutions, and that's not something that I want to be a part of at all.
Thank you. Yes. Right. So this is like a huge conundrum. It's been on my... But yeah, Bitcoin is... I'm completely interested in Bitcoin. I would love to get involved in that, like right away. Just... Yeah,
I wish I bought some a couple years ago.
Oh, you're not kidding. You are not kidding. Don't we all? Wow, when it was like at $5, sure.
Julie, are you using any cryptocurrency at all at this point right now?
I am not, no.
No.
I've actually opened a Bitcoin account, but I have no Bitcoin. I started the process, but I don't know. I guess I'm still a little skeptical on it, as I know Mark is.
Yeah.
We always have the same questions about a whole. It could open up other things, like I know Mark brings up, like a one world currency. So
those are the fears, I guess, right? Okay. That's like a similar fear to what's going to happen when the singularity hits us in like 20 or 30 years. Because the singularity, especially in combination with cryptocurrencies, I don't know. We're entering uncharted territory where anything can happen, I guess. With That's going to be fun, though, the singularity. I'm kind of optimistic about that. So Julie, what's your main thing right now? What's your main concern that you're all about right now?
A lot of different things. I'm a policy analyst. That's what I do in my day job, and it's really kind of everything, healthcare, education. I do a little bit of monetary policy. Pretty much everything, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. So what do you think about the dollar? Do you think it's going to collapse anytime soon? A lot of people have been saying that for years.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying, it's coming, it's coming. I think it will collapse eventually. I don't know exactly the date, but yeah, it's definitely not good. The dollar's not very strong right now, of course.
It's inevitable.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Come on. Sorry, did you guys just hear that? I have 3 dogs in here. I thought I had it on mute.
No, you did not.
Oh, boy. Okay. I did not have it on mute. Wow. Sorry about that. Embarrassing. Okay, so...
Take it over there, Jeff.
What happened? Okay, well... Not a big fan of dogs. Whatever. Ow. Sorry. So... I don't know. Julie, I mean... I don't like dogs. So...
How could you not like dogs?
I like dogs.
Thank you, Julie.
They keep me up at night.
Jeff
They're loud.
is a cat guy.
They're loud. Dogs are loud. They prance around, especially if hardwood floors.
Shit.
And it's like they're tap dancing. And then they'll cry and bark.
I have hardwood floors and a dog. Life is just fine.
All right. Well, I've had to wear earplugs the last few days. So
oh my goodness.
That was not a lot of fun. So, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Right, anyway.
Oh, dear. Okay, so you two ask questions because I'm focused right now on the whole anarchy versus libertarianism debate. Do you think it's possible, Julie, that a lot of people have been claiming...
That's fine, Jeff. I mean, that's I don't mind even. We can bring up something I didn't actually get to ask the guest because he had to go a little soon. Anarchists. I'm sure maybe Julie could agree with this. A lot of anarchists. They have driver's licenses. Social security numbers, they pay taxes. I really wanted to talk about this with our last guest.
What, the hypocrisy?
Yeah. That's my beef with the anarchists. I know, we say Christopher Cantwell. I'm sure Julie is familiar with Christopher Cantwell.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah, libertarian brutalism. I saw you in there once or twice. What a blast. What a blast. Wow. So, Julie, you actually admire the trolls. I remember seeing a post from you once before that you actually won them over, and you actually tolerate them.
I mean, I tolerate creative trolls.
I admire that. By the way.
I laugh at what they say because I'm a troll myself. I love trolling, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, you're a good type of troll, though. I can't see you going around calling people like curse words and just blatantly being a jerk for no good reason at all.
No, I'm just kind of a weird troll.
A troll that actually uses logic and makes sense.
What's your favorite thing to troll? Do you have like a specific troll agenda?
No, I used to be able to troll a lot more a couple years ago, but now that it has my name on stuff and a couple people know who I am, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating.
Okay. I think my favorite thing to troll will always be the 9/11 truth movement until we get a the truth there. That's just one of my favorites.
Are we going to get to the truth? I think it's kind of buried.
Oh, it'll come out eventually, and you know what'll happen? Americans will be over it. They'll be like, yeah, well, government did it, but...
Okay. All right, well, that's, okay, so, sorry.
No, well, I mean, you know what I mean, though, because that's what happens.
You're
50,
trolling
60,
me right now,
70,
bringing it up.
70 years goes by, and then, we're all good with it. When the truth comes out, we move on.
Are we? Look at Kennedy. Are we? I mean, we're not over that yet. We're still in that state of mind where nothing happened there other than it was Oswald. So, Julie, what do you think about the people who claim to be an anarchist and are also libertarian? So they claim to be libertarian, yet they also claim to be anarchist. Isn't that kind of like a contradiction right there? Yeah, isn't that kind of like a contradiction? A lot of people claim that.
I don't want to say, I mean, if whatever what people want to call themselves, I think it's fine. I know some anarchists say in order to be a libertarian you have to be an anarchist, but then on the other side I know libertarians who say that anarchists are not libertarians, so I mean, just believe in what you want to believe and call yourself what you want to call yourself. I don't, I'm not going to tell somebody they can't call themselves an anarchist or a libertarian if they don't want to.
I agree with you there, but and I'm not down with labels or whatever, but anarchism is supposed to be zero government, absolutely no government, and libertarianism is a limited government. So it's just, I don't see how people can think they go hand in hand.
I don't know. I believe that libertarianism is somewhat of a spectrum. Because, I mean, all libertarians, they have different ideals about what the role of government should be. Some believe that the Constitution is the right role of government, and some want to go further than that. So I don't know. I don't think there's exactly a libertarian government because people have different ideas of what that would be.
Jesus. These dogs are trolling the show right now.
They're fine.
You kidding?
Ben, stop picking on the dogs.
Oh man.
Maybe it's you that's the problem, not the dog.
Yeah.
You might be right. You could be right. I don't know. Okay. Now you're just enabling Mark. You're enabling Mark and Chris. They're just going to use this from now on. They're just going to...
Sorry, I just got to stick up for the dogs.
All right, fair enough. I get it. I hear you.
Somebody has to.
Poor dogs.
Yeah, but I was just going to say that poor dogs have to live with you. You're the one that doesn't like them. They probably love you.
They do. They love me. Dogs love me.
Yeah. Not if you're mean to them and call them names. They don't like you then.
I totally don't call them names. Only when I'm trying to sleep. Only when I'm trying to sleep. I get moody when I'm woken up.
Yeah.
I become mean.
He does. He does. Jeff, I might as well say this. I think we brought it up when we had Jesse Wales on the show. I think I'll bring it up again. Jeff was late to the show one night, or what was it? Something happened, and he set his alarm or something. I don't know. He had an excuse anyway. So Mark called him, and during the show, wasn't it? Was it during the show, Mark? It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was during the show.
And
we called him on the air.
On the air. We dialed him on the air. Yeah.
Of course you did.
We tend to do stuff like that here. But anyway, yeah, he doesn't like to get woken up.
Well,
I figured that. I mean, I don't either, but I mean.
Right.
Oh, it took him 2 weeks to even talk to me again. He was pissed.
This is that.
Well, dude, that was a little bit worse than just waking me up. I had to take a nap because I didn't get any sleep the night before, and I told Mark and Chris, I was like, dude, please give me a call if the show is actually, because Block Talk Radio was all bugged out, and we didn't know if the show was going to happen. So I said, look, I'm going to take a nap. Wake me up if it happens. And they didn't call me. They didn't wake me up when the show started. And they did the whole show without me. And then when the show was over at about 12 o'clock at night, Mark calls me up such a jerk. He calls me up 12 o'clock at night once the show's over. He says, Jeff, we're starting the show now. Come on. And I'm like, oh, okay. And and the show is over, and I'm just like, I can't believe it. He just completely played me. Made me, it was messed up, because I wanted to do the show. I mean, I don't know who the guest was, but...
I don't remember. I still find it humorous.
And hell yeah, I was mad at you, Mark. Of course I'm going to be mad. That's like pushing a prank a little bit too far. That's just wrong. I hope you feel bad about it. You deserve a guilt trip for that.
Oh, I don't feel bad at all. Julie, do not find any humor in that. I mean, that was funny.
It's like the ultimate whatever, man. Wow.
We're not always completely serious on the show. I think she might have figured that out by now.
So, Jolie, are you optimistic about the future? Do you think things are going to turn around for the better?
Oh, gosh. I wish I was optimistic for the future. I'm a very pessimistic person, and I hate to admit that, but I really am. Not just about politics, just in general. I always expect the worst. It's actually really bad. So, no, I'm not that optimistic. I wish I was, though. We'll see.
Oh, boy. So, how much longer do you think we have? I don't like this. Is horrible.
How much longer? Stock up now.
Yeah.
Might be the last day we have. I don't know. I don't want to be too doom and gloom.
Yeah.
My mom says a year.
A year?
Yeah, she says that this last 4th of July will be the last.
I've been saying that for years ago.
And that's what I told her.
You've been saying that now.
That's exactly what I told her. I've been hearing that my whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought 1999 would be the last year, then 2000 every year.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally think we have many, many, many years, but
I like to think so.
I don't think it's going to get. I'm kind of with Julie. I'm not real optimistic about things. I think it's going to turn really, really bad before it ever gets better. But
so I saw a few videos of you like making fun of like conspiracy people. If I were to run down a list of different conspiracy type things, could you say yes or no, regardless?
Wait, making fun of conspiracy people?
No. Like with
I make fun of a lot of people.
I know. I don't take it seriously. I'm just. I know. So like so chemtrails, for instance, yes or no, real or not real?
I don't think they're real. I've seen them debunked on websites before, and I'm more inclined to believe that. I mean, but I'm not really that. I don't really research it that much.
Fair enough. I'm on the same boat as far as that goes. I'm not convinced yet, although I wouldn't doubt it. Okay.
Yeah, same here. I think they might, because obviously they've admitted to cloud seeding. I think they just possibly that they do dump stuff up there in the in the atmosphere, and
they could be experimenting.
It might not be very healthy for us. I think maybe they just don't care.
I think Al Gore said something like they're experimenting with weather, but that's different than spraying the skies day in and day out for years.
Yeah.
So okay,
the question that I have is, okay, let's say they are doing that. Why are they doing that? Why are they affecting the weather? Because they, live here too. Like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Why would they do that?
They're dumping it on themselves or their family members or whatever.
Yeah, they live in the atmosphere too. I don't.
Right.
That's kind of why I'm inclined not to believe it. Because usually they have some cruel intention, harming other people, but it's like you're harming everyone, including yourself, so that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe somebody can explain it to me, but I don't know.
Unless they have the antidote. There's always the antidote. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I
hadn't even thought of that situation, maybe.
The antidote. Okay, GMOs, bad or good?
I eat them all the time.
Me too. I can't help it.
I like Taco Bell.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I don't know if they're good or bad, but I do eat them because a lot of the food they're in is good. Tastes good at least. Probably not good for you, but
it tastes good.
Yeah, maybe, my concern is like what's going to happen a few generations from now. But you're right. You're right. I mean, there's no way to avoid it. Taco Bell, you cannot avoid Taco Bell. I can't personally.
No, literally.
I admit I do like Taco Bell.
Okay, Julie, ghosts, real or not real?
Ghosts? This is going to sound weird, but I kind of do believe in ghosts.
Okay. 100%.
Is
yes.
it?
Same.
I was scared of them.
Yeah, same. Oh dear, yes, we've had some episodes of that. Okay,
yeah, I have ghosts in this house right now, as you guys know. We've talked about it.
Oh yes.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
UFOs, real or not?
I love watching the UFO shows that come on at like 2 a.m. I love watching those. I don't think it's really real, but I don't know. It's kind of cool just to believe in that stuff, even if deep down you don't really believe. It's just kind of exciting. But I don't think it's real, but it's entertaining. I'll give it that.
Fair enough. Good for you.
There's UFO. I mean, UFOs. It's pretty. There's a. It could be anything. A UFO doesn't mean it's aliens.
Pretty general.
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty broad.
Identifying it right. Right. Good call, Chris.
So aliens. You should have just asked about aliens.
Aliens. There are probably life on other planets. I think it's kind of arrogant to say there's only life on this planet because, there's so many other stuff out there.
Right. Exactly.
What about
I don't
aliens?
think they're like green. I don't think they're like green dudes like in the movies or anything. But
okay, so
are they the ones that are running the world? Are they the elite?
That was my next question. No one reptilians.
Yeah.
Oh.
The shape-shifting.
What about the Fukushima radiation? Is that a threat?
I don't know enough about it to comment. I've read a couple articles, but the thing is, I don't know what you would do. Like, some people have gotten mad at me because I don't comment on that, but I'm like, well, what is the solution here?
Right.
I don't know.
Good call. No, you're right. I mean, that stuff is hard to, really tough. It's really tough to get. I mean, I'm still not sure on it, and yeah, I hear you there. What was my next question going to be? So yeah, like, you said, why would the government want to do that as far as chemtrails go? Why would they want to poison everyone? I agree with you there. My concern is if you take all these different things and put them together, it does look like they are trying to hit us from numerous angles. It could be said that. I mean, yes. Indeed. So my girlfriend just mentioned that Monsanto makes money off of chemtrails, drought-resistant GMOs.
Right.
And,
Stacy had said that too. Money, profits, of course. But I mean, cloud seeding is no secret. Weather control is no secret. But you got to think of exactly if you follow the money. Like, look at the drought and control of the water. Agenda 21 comes to mind.
Aha, Agenda 21, good call. Okay, so is there a conspiracy to reduce the global population, and is there some sort of elite oligarch that is behind it? Or is it just all coincidence and all completely corporate money-driven greed or whatever, and it just happens to be that we get, the crappy end of the stick or whatever, however you put it. The bargain. That's sorry.
I would have to think about that. Just kind of blew my mind over here. Now I'm just scared.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, so, like, obviously we found out in the last few years that the Bilderberg group is real and all that stuff. What's going on there? Could there be something sinister going on? I mean, or is it just completely, harmless and they're all just trying to, whatever. I don't know how to put it. I'm horrible at this.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I think there are a bunch of special interest people trying to get more government to try to control us, and that way through regulations and all that. But I don't think it's a conspiracy. It happens every day in Washington, D.C. All these special interest people, they get together to try to basically screw us all. It's not this grand conspiracy. It's out in the open for the most part.
So you live in Washington. Wow. That's got to be kind of crazy. Being in the middle of all that.
Not really.
No? Okay.
People ask me that. I'm from the D.C. area. I've lived here all my life. I guess I'm kind of oblivious to my surroundings.
Okay. Good. So, like, you're kind of innocent, away from all the tyranny and corruption. That's good. You're... Yeah,
I'm kind of always in my own little world.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of how I live, so I don't really notice things too often around me. Just doing my thing, really.
So, Julie, how'd you get into Freedom Works, and how'd you get involved in all this?
I got involved in Freedom Works in 2010. I was an intern there in the spring. I was just finishing college up. For my last semester of college, I was a political science major. I decided to intern at Freedom Works for college credit. Afterwards, they hired me, so I've been there for, 4 years now. It's kind of how I got involved. I did a few internships in college, became a libertarian when I was a teenager, but really got active through Ron Paul in 2007, 2008. It's kind of a long story short.
Okay, what do you think about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot?
I don't know.
I have seen a couple episodes of the show, Finding Bigfoot.
I can't stand that show.
I mean,
I make fun of my aunt for watching it all the time.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of watch those dumb shows every now and then just to kind of escape. I don't know. I don't think it's real, but I think those people are kind of funny.
Oh, it's crazy, those shows. Yeah, I'm not completely... I'm pretty certain I saw a chupacabra once, but we won't get into that now. Okay, so have you ever watched that conspiracy theory show with Jesse Ventura? How he's got like the Ozarks and like different episodes and crazy like experiments with merging the DNA of humans and apes. There was another episode where there's some crazy good fun stuff on there. I mean, it's all fun. For entertainment.
I know of it, but I haven't actually seen it. I don't know. I'm kind of scared just to watch those shows. And I might start believing stuff in the shows.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god.
It's pretty convincing. I mean.
Yeah, because you never hear the other side of the story. You don't hear people debunking it, so it's like, oh my god, this is true.
Oh dear, you're right. Yep. And there was the one episode where it wasn't very convincing for me of portals and time travel and traveling to Mars. There's some sort of portal that takes you to Mars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was on Jesse Ventura.
Stargate. Stargates. I mean, awesome like science fiction stuff. I love science fiction. But you're right. I mean, some of this stuff really is scary. I mean, especially when I was younger. Like the whole aliens thing. I couldn't watch that stuff when I was younger. Like seeing a picture of one of those grayish-looking, short, big-headed, big-eyed things gave me nightmares looking at that. I had to like cover my eyes whenever it came on the TV. You know, I couldn't.
Still do that.
Now I'm not really like whatever. No, now I'm not. But yeah, when I was a kid, I was horrified of that stuff. It's still a little scary, I'll admit. I mean, yeah, it's really intense. That whole topic is intense. I'm like UFOs and all that stuff. And some places clearly have more action going on in the skies than other places. That I have learned over the years. If you're really interested in actually seeing a UFO, you would want to search in your area for a place where people claim that there are portals, like a natural portal, in the, I think it's called like ley lines or something they call it, like an actual portal coming out of the ground. You can't see it. It's not like, you know, the St. Louis Ark or whatever. It's not like it's not that obvious. I guess you just have to depend on hearsay and people who claim to be magicians and sorcerers. You find a website. I'm sure there's websites for everything. I'm sure there are websites for that. And late at night, you go outside, look up, you see some crazy stuff. And I don't know. Sometimes I admire you for being open-minded, though, and not completely brushing it off. That's how I was back in the day before I ever saw anything. I was open-minded, and the only reason I didn't blow it off is because the person I looked up to the most in my life, who I loved dearly, claimed to have been a victim and seen a whole bunch of times, and she would tell stories, and I would sit there listening, and I would have a smile on my face, not because I thought she was crazy, but because they were that entertaining, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is like a science fiction coming to life. And I never wanted to think that she was crazy. The possibility was there. And she said, of course it was there, and she said in 1997, keep your eyes open, and she claimed there was going to be like a war in outer space between different like alien species. So I was like, okay. And yeah, and it's all on from there. It's definitely not the most interesting topic to talk about, because I don't even know what they are. I have no idea. They could be in the same ballpark as ghosts. You believe in ghosts, and I don't know what ghosts are. I'm not sold on it. I'm not so sure they are spirits of people who used to be alive. They could just be other dimensional beings pretending to be spirits who were once alive. That's what a lot of people claim. A lot of people claim that, and I suspect that could be the case. So I'm not sure. But that's cool. So I'm guessing you have experienced a haunting before, once or twice.
No, I haven't. I just believe they're out there.
Wow.
I just lay awake at night and think they're in my room or hide under my bed.
So do you have any friends who tell you ghost stories, things that have happened to them?
Yeah, I used to have people in my family would tell me ghost stories. They claimed they were true. I'm not sure if they were or not. They were just trying to scare me as a little kid. But yeah, I remember there was a couple they would tell me and scare me.
So yeah, most of these topics I'm bringing up are insignificant. They're unimportant. They're not relevant to our lives.
What did I get myself into?
Right. It's not important stuff. It's just
I'm gonna have nightmares, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yeah.
Vampires.
I just loved how you was talking about how Ron Paul, influenced you, and instantly Jeff says, and what about Bigfoot?
Dude, I did that on purpose. I totally did that on purpose.
Oh my God! All right, that's where we're going with this. All right.
It's just I'm sure very few people have asked you these questions on the air on any sort of
podcast. Now I'm going to be on record on all this stuff.
You answered correctly though.
Man.
You did well. You answered correctly. You're in the safe. Leave in the safe.
All right.
Yes, you're fine. No on reptilians. You're all good.
Okay.
So, I guess, yeah, that covers David Icke. What about Alex Jones?
What about him? He's doing his thing. I wouldn't say he's my cup of tea. People can like him if they want. I don't want to, bash on people and say Julie, attack Alex Jones.
I don't want you to do that either. I do not want you to do that either. Yes.
I don't know. It just seems like he's kind of feeding on people's paranoia, though.
Right.
Some of the times I see what he says, and I'm like, does he actually believe that or not, or is he just trying to drum up fear in people and stuff?
He's an enigma. We're never going to know.
Trying to sell some seeds.
some seeds. Is that what he's selling now?
Survival kits.
Oh yeah. Well, he's very good at that. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah, no, he knows what he's doing.
He sure does. Yeah, I'm trying to take some notes. Yeah, so I don't know.
On a serious note, the situation in Gaza. Where do you stand on all of that?
Damn good question.
I really don't know enough about it. I don't want to comment on it and pretend like I know exactly what's happening there and I have the solution, because I don't. I don't think a lot of people know what's happening there, really.
You know what I think? And this is going to sound crazy. I think Israel or some sort of intelligence agencies are behind these terrorists in Palestine, and I think they are bombing themselves. So they're setting up their agents and Palestinians or as Palestinians, and they're shooting off rockets just so Israel can retaliate and, kill like 50 plus whatever targets, bombing sites, factories, weapons factories. Because this happens so often, and this seems to be one of the biggest campaigns. I mean, they are really going overboard with this retaliation. And today they said that they're not going to do a ceasefire agreement. Netanyahu said he's not going to do a ceasefire, and so he just wants war. Apparently, he just wants to keep bombing. Most Americans seems to be in support of it. The more religious people, the Christians, seem to be in support of Israel, of course. Nothing wrong with that, but there's a problem with being in support and having blind loyalty. I mean, we can't just all out, and so it's like, I don't know. I want peace in the Middle East. I want that. I want that stuff. Everyone wants peace. Come on.
Yeah.
No one wants war. No one in their right mind wants war. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of sociopaths that just
well, that's the problem.
Yeah. Like, I had a roommate that was just like, let's just nuke everyone in the Middle East. Just nuke all, and he had all the, the derogatory terms for Islamic people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Let's just nuke them all. That'll solve the problem.
Right.
Right, sure. Blow up them towel heads.
That's what he said. And no, that wasn't the word. He used the other word. The more offensive word. The more offensive two words, I should say. Wow. Yeah, those people are real classy. Gotta love them. So yeah, that's a big thing right now. So, I don't know how that's gonna happen. How's that gonna resolve itself? I mean, it's like they're just going to kill themselves over there, and we look like we want to get involved in the middle of it. We just want to, like, hey, take us down with you or something. I don't know. It all seems like suicide to me. Really does.
True.
It's a disaster. Any way you look at it. I can't think of anything else. The immigration thing. I don't even want to talk about it, because it's like... It's like they obviously want us to talk about it. It's like I have nothing really to say about it. I personally think as many illegals as possible should be made legal. This way they could pay taxes. They'll pay their Social Security, their income tax, their Medicaid. They'll contribute to society. They'll legally be allowed to start their own businesses, therefore create new jobs. Right now they're not allowed to do any of that. And you got all the people who are complaining about, they're screwing up our economy, they're putting us out of work, and we're paying for their welfare, and they're not paying taxes. So I'm saying, make them pay taxes, make them legal citizens, then there won't be a problem anymore. And the people who are against immigration will then say, well, they'll just make up something else, and they'll completely change the subject as though... So my point is, I think most people who are against immigration, they just don't like them because they're brown. I think they're more worried that, and this is a generalization. It's not everybody. A lot of people have legitimate reasons. I'm not knocking everybody, but a lot of people, I think they just want like an all-white society, and they're afraid that they will one day become a minority. And I guess that's just whatever. I mean, so What do you think? Do you think we should just make everyone legal as long as they're not criminals? It's not even really possible with the system how it is, but I mean...
I know some people who say, well, they should just go back home and come here legally. But for a lot of countries, especially in South America, it's pretty much impossible to come here legally because the immigration system is so messed up and so bureaucratic, and it takes forever to come here legally. And outrageous, and people will say, well, my ancestors came here legally, back in the 1900s. I'm like, well, there was basically no immigration regulations besides, get checked for diseases. So it's a little different now. If you've gone through the immigration system, you know how much of a pain it is. So really the problem is the immigration system. Right. And I do think that racism might play a part for some people, not all people, people.
Right,
but I think the bigger problem is just the welfare state. People think they come here for, free benefits, and some people do. Some people come here because they just want a better life and they want to work. And I think if you get rid of the welfare state, you'll get rid of a lot of the problems.
Good call. I like that. Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that more than I do the people are racist, actually.
Okay. I like that. No, it's true. And back in the day, that's all they had to do. They hopped on over to Ellis Island and did a little checklist, and they came right in, no problems. I mean, it was much easier back in the day. Yeah, and I can't stand debating immigration or what's the other one, gay marriage, only because it seems as though the government, the media wants us to debate it. It's like they're putting it there. It's like whatever they talk about on the TV is what's safe for us to debate about. If they discuss it on the television, then we're allowed to talk about it. And that's what they want us to talk about. It's like magician's sleight of hand to me. It's like a huge distraction. I don't know. So, like gay rights, come on. Oh, you want to hear a crazy theory, Julie? And I know you've never heard. Yeah, this is good. This is a crazy theory.
Oh gosh. Go ahead. I'm ready.
This is kind of scary. I believe there's a good chance that the only reason they're doing all this gay pride over the last decade and trying to get people to come out of the closet is because they want to use their NSA to kind of target all the gay people. I think they want to do what Hitler did back in the day, because Hitler killed a lot of he collected all the gay people and put them in concentration camps.
Yeah.
So I suspect they want everyone to come out of the closet so they have an easier time targeting everybody. And that kind of scares me, because I don't want gay people to be that. I don't want any sort of Hitler thing crap going on in this country.
I don't know about that.
You probably never.
I know Hitler did it. I think times were different back then, though. I think the society as a whole has become more acceptable to gay people. I don't know if they're really being targeted or not. I mean, I hope not. I hope nobody's targeted.
Oh, I hope not, too. I mean, they're not, publicly being targeted yet, but I don't know, dude. I mean, like, I just don't know. It seems like it's more accepted now and everything, but I just get the feeling like they're not telling us something, and it's like they're just trying to pull a quick one on the society, and that's the way they want to go about it. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be more optimistic. That's just a crazy theory. It is a crazy theory. I don't know where it came.
Okay, I guess something that's kind of similar to it, though. With this immigration thing and all the people coming across the border, I read an article the other day saying that it is strategically being done so that Obama can declare martial law and so it would start rounding them up and you'd have half the people that live in this country kind of all for it. But it was I don't even know where the hell the article come from. I put no warrant in it, but it was just kind of a neat perspective or a different perspective, kind of similar to what I was talking about.
That North American Union, that merger between North America, Canada, and Mexico, something like that, or it could be that. I don't know. So Julie, have you heard recently what Joan Rivers said about Obama and how he's gay and how Michelle Obama is actually a transvestite. You've heard this, right? Come on.
Yeah, I heard about it.
What do you think about that?
I think Joan Rivers just speaks her mind. I don't know. I kind of like her.
Yeah, I do too.
She doesn't really care what you think. She just
she's awesome.
Does it?
She's awesome. I saw her show once, and yeah, she's awesome. I wish she was like my grandmom or something. That'd be awesome. Seriously. You think there's a chance Michelle Obama could be tranny?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. I would next time you're on the internet or whatever, keep your eye open for there's like a 20-minute documentary, and they claim there's like 5 or 6 different reasons why she is. They claim something like not only her shoulders, but her fingers, and they claim a bunch of things, the proportion of the body. It was interesting. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised, because about a year ago, I used to make fun of Michelle. I used to call her RuPaul. So I would always refer.
Gosh, that's terrible.
I would always I can't help it. I would always refer to her as RuPaul. I don't know why. And then like a documentary comes out, so that was brilliant. And I'm just like, yeah, this is awesome. Oh man. But yeah, you're right. That's awesome that you said that about Joan Rivers. Yeah, she's awesome. I like her. She really is cool. Cool person.
There's a YouTube video that says that she has an Adam's apple.
Yeah, some creepy stuff. She looks like she's got a crotch, too, like a dude's crotch. It's creepy.
Oh, you know what it is? She's probably a male reptilian in a woman's body.
Okay, Mark.
Maybe.
I'm figuring it out.
Thank you, Mark. Now you're just ruining my credibility right now.
How come you didn't ask me about the reptilians?
I thought I did. I didn't ask you. Okay.
I don't think so.
What do you think about the reptilians?
I brought them up.
If I were to believe in one conspiracy theory, that would be it.
Wow.
That'd be the one?
Interesting. Why is that?
It's probably my favorite.
Wow.
Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool?
Are you serious? That's like the scariest thing. Have you seen that David Icke interview?
No.
You want nightmares. If you're really looking to get scared, seriously, if you want nightmares, look up David Icke interviews Arizona Wilder. I think she's called.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris knows what I'm talking about. That will keep you up at night. That will give you nightmares. It's called Interview with the Mother Goddess. It's,
okay.
It's a 2-hour-long documentary, and the first half an hour is David Icke in England talking about the whole bloodline and all that crap, and then it goes into the interview, and the interview is terrifying. Seriously, it's scary. I don't know if I should have told you all that. I feel bad. Okay. Yeah. Seriously, when I saw that, I was kind of creeped out. Don't watch it before you go to sleep. Please.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch it like in the morning or something, or in the afternoon. Wow, that's entertaining though to me. I've always been fascinated by that stuff, like science fiction type stuff. A lot of people just seem scared of it, and they're just like blow it off or whatever. So I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm 50-50 on the reptilian thing. I'm going to say it's most likely not real, but in this world, anything seems possible. I'm not gonna put it past whatever. This is a crazy world we're in, so I don't know. But it really is. I'm not gonna bet on it though. It's still entertaining. It's very entertaining. What am I talking about? And a lot of people get offended, when you bring it up, and I'm just like, dude, it's like it's supposed to be entertainment. It's science fiction. Why would you get angry? Like at PorkFest last year, I mean, this one dude, he hosts a radio show. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's just like, you don't believe in Alex Jones and the reptilian thing, do you? And I just I lied to him and said no. I could have said well, I don't know, anything's possible. But peer pressure, I felt like he was going to lynch me or something if I said yeah.
Oh, man.
He would have killed me or something. And they were they were they hate Alex Jones at Porkfest. Wow. They were just breaking his balls down at the campfire and bonfire. They really don't like Alex Jones. Which, wow. So yeah, my girlfriend said because they have intelligence.
Oh.
I'm sure Julie is familiar with Christopher Cantwell.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, libertarian brutalism. I saw you in there once or twice. What a blast! What a blast! Wow. So Julie, you actually admire the trolls. I remember seeing a post from you once before that that you actually won them over, and you actually tolerate them.
I mean, I tolerate creative trolls.
I admire that.
But I laugh at what they say because I'm a troll myself. I love trolling, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, you're a good type of troll, though. I can't see you going around calling people like curse words and just blatantly being a jerk for no good reason at all.
No, I'm just kind of a weird troll.
A troll that actually uses logic and makes sense.
What's your favorite thing to troll? Do you have like a specific like troll agenda?
No, I used to be able to troll a lot more a couple years ago, but now that it has my name on stuff and a couple people know who I am, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating.
Okay. I think my favorite thing to troll will always be the 9/11 truth movement until we get the truth there. That's just one of my favorites.
Are we going to get to the truth? I think it's kind of buried.
Oh, it'll come out eventually, and you know what'll happen? Americans will be over it. They'll be like, yeah, well, government did it, but...
Okay. All right, well... That's, Okay, so, sorry.
No, well, I mean, you know what I mean, though, because that's what happens.
You're
50,
trolling
60,
me right now,
70...
bringing it up.
Welcome to CAB Radio 2.0. Here are your hosts, Chris Perkins, Mark Cummins, and Jeff Giles.
All right, moving on to our next guest, Julie Borowski. Julie, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Good, real good.
Good to finally get you on.
Yeah, good to be on.
It's a little later than I expected. Our to talk with our first guest.
Oh, it's all right.
All right. So anyway, I guess we can just jump right into this, seeing how I'm a little late connecting to you. We were actually talking about Bitcoin. We didn't get into it, Bitcoin, or I should say cryptocurrencies. Something I'm kind of curious on, because of course you're a libertarian. So
yeah,
I kind of wanted to know what your stance on cryptocurrencies was.
Sure. I mean, I think they're good. I'm not an expert on it, though. I can talk about it if you want.
Feel free. We have trying to find.
Sorry, I just got back. I had to get some coffee.
It's okay, guys.
Hi, Julie. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Have you been listening to all what we were just talking about?
I think she caught the end of it.
No, I wasn't listening. Yeah, it's got...
I don't know. I guess I'm still a little skeptical on it. As I know Mark is.
Yeah.
We always have the same questions about a whole... could open up other things, like I know Mark brings up, like a one world currency. So
those are the fears, I guess, right? Okay. That's like a similar fear to what's going to happen when the singularity hits us in like 20 or 30 years. Because the singularity, I mean, especially in combination with cryptocurrencies, I don't know. We're entering uncharted territory where anything can happen, I guess. I mean, that's going to be fun though, the singularity. I'm kind of optimistic about that. So Julie, what's your main thing right now? What's your main concern that you're all about right now?
A lot of different things. I'm a policy analyst. That's what I do in my day job, and it's really kind of everything. Healthcare, education. I do a little bit of monetary policy. Pretty much everything, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. So what do you think about the dollar? Do you think it's going to collapse anytime soon? A lot of people have been saying that for years.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying, it's coming, it's coming. I think it will collapse eventually. I don't know exactly the date, but yeah, it's definitely not good. The dollar's not very strong right now, of course.
It's inevitable.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Come on. Sorry, did you guys just hear that? I have 3 dogs in here. I thought I had it on mute.
No, you did not.
Oh, boy. Okay. I did not have it on mute. Wow. Sorry about that. Embarrassing. Okay. So.
Kind of into it.
Oh dear. We were talking about the whole debate between anarchism and a small limited government.
Oh, of course you were.
Of course we were. Yes. It always somehow comes back to that. Yes. Oh dear. So yeah, and I believe I know where you stand. I believe you are with limited government. You. Right.
I don't really know where I'm actually at. I guess ideally I would like to see a anarcho-capitalist society and see how it works out, but I just don't think it's possible in the near future.
Okay. Fair enough. Same. So how do we get there responsibly? Like, how do we actually, because obviously Ron Paul's approach would be ideal. We would, it's kind of like we're addicted to government, so we have to wean ourselves off. And that would be safe, but how do we actually get past the... Because clearly there was corruption, and clearly votes were being suppressed, and that was an unfair election. So how do we confront that?
Yeah, I think that's the main question that I have is how do we get there, and hopefully we can get there peacefully.
Right.
I know some people are calling for violent revolutions, and that's not something that I want to be a part of at all.
Thank you. Yes.
Right.
So this is like a huge conundrum. It's been on my... But yeah, Bitcoin is... I'm completely interested in Bitcoin. I would love to get involved in that, like right away. Just... Yeah,
I wish I bought some a couple years ago.
You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Don't we all? Wow, when it was like at $5, sure.
Julie, are you using any cryptocurrency at all at this point right now?
I am not, no.
No.
I've actually opened a Bitcoin account, but I have no Bitcoin. I started the process, but take it over there, Jeff.
What happened? Okay, well, not a big fan of dogs. Whatever. Ow. Sorry. So I don't know, Julie. I don't like dogs. So
how could you not like dogs?
I like dogs.
Thank you, Julie.
They keep me up at night.
Jeff
They're loud.
is a cat guy.
They're loud. Dogs are loud. They prance around, especially if hardwood floors. Shit. And it's like they're tap dancing. And then they'll cry and bark.
I have hardwood floors and a dog. Life is just fine.
All right. Well, I've had to wear earplugs the last few days. So
oh my goodness.
That was not a lot of fun. So, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Right, anyway.
Oh dear. Okay, so you two ask questions because I'm focused right now on the whole anarchy versus libertarianism debate. Do you think it's possible, Julie, that a lot of people have been claiming?
That's fine, Jeff. I mean, that's I don't mind even. We can bring up something I didn't actually get to ask the guest because he had to go a little soon. Anarchists, I'm sure maybe Julie could agree with this. A lot of anarchists, they have driver's licenses, Social Security numbers, they pay taxes. I really wanted to talk about this with our last guest.
What, the hypocrisy?
Yeah. That's my beef with the anarchists. I know, we say Christopher Cantwell,